Crystal skulls have become quite popular. It's interesting to realize that about 30 years ago they were hardly known. And now a lot of people have at least one or more crystal skulls, and some even have large collections. Still, there is always this question that comes up again and again. Is there really a difference in energy between a crystal or a crystal in the shape of a crystal skull? And yes, I've written different books, and if you want to read those books, then you can go to our website, which is mentioned in the text under this video. But the key point is that we can talk about it for a long time and you can read about it, but sometimes it is much quicker to go into an experience. Because the experience tells you whether for you there is a difference. I can tell you, oh yeah, there's a big difference, and you may say, well, but I don't feel that. So for you in that moment, in that stage, in that phase of your development, it's not much of a difference. And then, you can stick as well to a crystal, to need a crystal skull. By definition, you don't need any of it. It's just if you are guided to feel, to work with them, then it's important to have something in order to follow your guidance. So what I would like to do in this short clip is give you the experience. So I will use the images of those two, and you see this statement that crystalline consciousness connected to a crystal have layers that are single, and then crystal skulls have both a crystalline consciousness and a human consciousness, making that they have double layers. Now you may wonder, if you're not familiar with this, what layers are. Well, as soon as a crystal or crystal skull is active, the field that is around them is having layers in them. It's not a homogeneous whole. It's like a layer and then close to empty and then layer and so on and so forth. Okay. So the details are not important. If you truly want to work with that, I would recommend to connect with the crystalline movement, because there's a lot of free material. To sign up is a very small fee, and then you have a lot of free material to study all this. And also that is mentioned in the text below. But the key is that I like to guide you into an experience. Now, I will show, after we have prepared an image of the crystal, so you can look at that if you choose during the meditation. And then when we switch to the crystal skull, I will show a picture of only the crystal skull, and then you can look at that. You don't have to look at it because you already have done, your system knows already, but some people are very visual, and in order to get the most optimal results, they like to look again. But before I show the crystal first, I like to do first the preparation. For me, preparation is very important because it allows the flows in your system to be more optimal so that you can experience more. And this is all about experiencing. It is not about mental knowledge. And for me, the combination of the knowledge, the understanding, and the experience is the deepest we can get into any subject. So if you would like to do the meditation, then I would suggest that you start with the intention to relax. And set that intention clearly there. I relax my system to the most optimal state possible for me in this moment. And observe the process of relaxation. And while this process is unfolding, take some deeper inhalations and exhalations to stimulate your vagus nerve that supports this process of relaxation. notice that the more you relax, the calmer your mind becomes. Because relaxation means everything is safe. The mind doesn't have to control to make sure that everything is safe. And then your heart can take over guidance. And it is your heart that guides you into the most optimal experiences. And to strengthen that, bring your awareness as fully as you can to your heart. And allow your heart to connect you deeper with your spiritual essence. Bringing in more light, more unconditional love, and clearer guidance. And feel how different you are now compared to when you started the relaxation. And it is in this state that you can make the most optimal connections for you in this moment. And my suggestion is always to connect with Mother Earth first. Not only are we connecting with material from her, the crystals, but we also are an integrated part of her. And you can connect with Mother Earth, of course, through intention. Connect with Mother Earth in the most optimal way. But you strengthen it by sending her love and gratitude for all she provides. And always feel what shifts in you when you do those things. And if you feel that there are beings of love and light that guide you, you can call them in and ask them to support you into the most optimal experience. And you can choose now to connect with the crystal, the image of the crystal that I've put up, or trust that you have already made the connection. And I will guide you into a particular level of activation that will be the same for the crystal and the crystal skull. That includes your whole energetic system. And we set the activation intention right now. Feel the field expanding. Open yourself for the experience of sitting in these energies. Don't direct it. Be open, observe, feel what happens. And we sit for a moment to allow you to connect with this field as optimally as you can. And I shifted now to the image of the crystal skull, and if you would like to, you can look at it. Take a deep breath to let go of the experience in such a way that although it's stored in your system, that you are now able to focus on this crystal skull. Connect with it. Trust that you have connected with it. And I will now guide it to the activation of the same level as the crystal. Open yourself for the field that we are creating now. Feel the field to the best of your ability. Allow the energy to unfold and sit in it for a moment to allow your system to truly experience this field. And trust that you have made a connection with both the field that we created of the crystal and the field that we created with the crystal skull. I'm going to ask you a question now and allow the answer to pop in without analyzing. Which of the two experiences was for you the most powerful or the most effective in movement of energy in your system? Let the answer pop in. And trust the answer. So know that you can go back to this meditation and can sit once you have activated either the crystal field or the crystal skull field, that you can then stop the video and sit in the energies for as long as you choose.